Courageous is big. Big and red. A banner, too.
If that is all, I will return to a state of inactivity.
Okay, Valimar. Thank you, thank you. Actually, this is a good moment to take a pause. So, for those of you who were here in the last stream, thank you. I know things will look different. I promise we won't keep changing it. I'm trying to find my my previewed view, I guess, for both myself and the viewers, both on YouTube and here. What else? I'm trying to run. I had everything prepared, but then I had the unexpected break. So now I'm kind of kerfuffled here. But hello for everybody over in YouTube. This will be a recording that I've done over on stream. If you want to catch me live, come to Trista forever. I do have a link somewhere in both the description and on my channel, so you feel free to catch me live. Chat away, give me all the good reasons why you love and hate this game, whatever, you know the gist. But welcome back to Cold Steel 2. In the last episode, we more or less sat down with the fully gathered Class 7 to finally discuss what should we do now that we have the full class. What is our part in this war? And we were just getting to the juicy bits of it when a unexpected visitor, namely Vita, decided to come in unannounced. So we had that little fun interaction with her, and she wasn't alone. She decided to bring some friends. Very, very, very powerful friends. And unfortunately, Crow was there. Well, not unfortunately for me, because I love him. He's amazing. But unfortunately, because Rean still doesn't have quite what it takes to necessarily deal with him and the Goonies that followed him. So we were taken aboard the Pantagruel for the protection of Ymir and our friends to listen to Duke Cayenne basically preach about how if we really want to end the war, the only true way to do so is to join his side. Of course, Rean had to think that over because it sounds great in theory. Because he gets to be friends with Crow again, he cuts the casualties, and overall sounds like a great thing in disguise, but unfortunately, as much as he wants Crow back as a friend, we just could not do it. So we decided to make our escape, but not before investigating what Crow told us, with a very royal guest sitting above in her chambers. So, with the princess in tow, we decided we're leaving that ship. Fortunately, we did not make it, but then we had backup, and we did make it. Now we're aboard the Courageous, because the Courageous came in to help.
Thanks for all you've done, Valimar. I'll be counting on you if anything else comes up.
Lots and lots of things happened.
Acknowledged. Prepare yourself for your next encounter with the astronaut, my lady.
Thank you, Valimar. I will try to do so, but no promises.
Don't worry, I will. We lost last time, but I know that's not all I'm capable of. As long as we're all together, I know I can get stronger.
The power of love and friendship is my strength, says every cliched hero in existence.
I eagerly await your results.
Looks like he went to sleep.
So, this is what the Great Ashen Knight looks like up close, huh?
Hi, Prince Oliver. Thank you for rescuing me, by the way.
I've heard all manner of rumor about it, but I never expected I'd stand in the presence of a legend.
I can't possibly begin to thank you enough.
Am I not a legend yet? Oh, well, I guess technically I'm not, but still.
I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come to my aid. Thank you.
Oops.
And that goes for everyone else, too.
I did not mean to press that button. I apologize.
Thanks for coming to rescue me, guys.
We're just happy you're okay.
Just don't scare us like that again, alright?
I'll try, but again, no promises, Alyssa.
True. We were all on edge waiting for you to get back.
And yet you somehow managed to come out unscathed with Her Highness in tow.
Yes, I know. Amazing, isn't it?
You make it sound like it was easy.
It wasn't?
Well, easy or not, it was worth going on board. I got plenty of useful info out of it.
I mean, technically, he's not Ron.
So funny enough, I'd say their invitation worked to my benefit more than theirs.
I guess there's no harm in looking at the positives now that all's said and done.
Look at you, acting mature and all grown up. Brings a tear to my eye.
Looks like we have some catching up to do.
I'd like to follow Rean's lead and extend my thanks to each of you as well. Thank you, all of you. And, dear brother, it's a relief to see you safe and sound. Though I never pictured my great escape would end with you in this airship of all things.
We did time our appearance fabulously, if I do say so myself. My only regret is that we weren't able to blow in with a storm of rose petals when we boarded them. Perhaps I should have asked Emma to look into the feasibility of making such a magnificent entrance.
No. No. 100% no, Your Highness. Just no.
Oh man, that would have been so cool!
Well, it's probably not impossible.
Girls, please don't encourage him.
Now you're just being silly.
You're just being dumb is what you're being. No, we're not encouraging the prince with entering like a lunatic, you two.
Sounds about right for our prince.
The fact that he's your prince makes this all the more alarming and terrifying. Just saying.
Well, at the very least, I'd say we're clear of any immediate danger. And given this opportunity, I'd like to sit down with you to discuss our situation and exchange any pertinent information.
Yeah, I learned a lot of things.
But first, I think we have a few more reunions to celebrate.
Rean!
Toa! George!
Toa! George! I thought I heard your voices when we started flying away from the Pantagruel, so you were on board too?
I'm glad to see you guys are okay.
You bet. Good to see you, Rean.
Still looking short as ever, Toa. I'm about to get scolded, aren't I?
Whoa!
Aww.
It's really you. You're really okay. No sooner had we found out that you were still alive, we got told you had been taken by the Alliance. We've been so worried about you.
Aw, Toa.
I'm a real troublemaker, aren't I?
You are not kidding, Rean.
Sorry, Toa, but I'm glad to see you and George made it out okay. Everything I've said to you has been at the back of my mind ever since we parted ways in Trista, and it's kept me going every step of the way. So, thank you.
Oh. You remembered. You promised me you wouldn't die. And you didn't. We still need to work on that one, but I know you're not the kind of guy who'd go back on his word.
See? Rean's a guy you can count on. Nice to see you're holding up okay. Still can't believe you made it through all that fighting in Trista in one piece, but... well, here you are.
Good to see you again, George. But how'd you two end up on the Courageous to begin with?
Well, considering we kind of left them in shambles, I'm surprised they even were able to board the Courageous.
We'll bring you up to speed once we all sit down for our meeting.
Where's Angie? I understand Crow, but Angie?
There's a conference room on one of the upper floors. We can meet there when you're ready.
Ooh, fancy. Jesus Christ. We have room for one more person.
Operations right before Heimdall was first occupied.
Yeah, well, we still have room for one more person. Anybody want to take a seat, or is that seat for me?
I realized what the Alliance was planning, so I gathered a skeleton crew, met with Viscount Arcade, and we hurried straight to Trista, where we found your classmates locked in combat with the Azure Knight.
I see. That explains why you were in Trista.
I shudder to think what would have happened if not for the Courageous' timely appearance. What have you been doing since then, Father? I hadn't heard anything about your whereabouts until now.
Eventually, we were able to shake off the Azure Knight's pursuit.
Dude, I love you, but you kind of look ridiculous with that hat. Just saying.
And we've been traveling around the country ever since, preparing to find you and take you on board.
George and I haven't been here long. The principal managed to get in touch with the Courageous without anyone noticing and sent us here.
He did?
I hope he's still alright.
Wait. Were you guys still in Trista when all this happened? Or did you actually escape? Because what I'm getting out of this is that you guys were still in Trista.
By the way, what happened to Major Vander? You two are always joined at the hip.
Ah, alas, he is currently indisposed.
I was about to say, I feel like there's someone missing, but I don't know who. Now I know.
His military obligations have him heading up the 7th Armored Division in Western Erebonia. They're working with your former instructor, Major Neidhart, as well.
With him too?
So he's over in the west now.
Huh. I should have known the 4th Armored Division's ace wouldn't get his ass kicked so easily.
Oh, right. Dad said he'd heard from him too, remember?
Still, the west side of the country contains Marquis Higharm Sutherland Province.
Wait, that name sounds familiar. Oh, it's patty cakes!
Along with Duke Cayenne's Ymir Province. The fighting there would no doubt be even more fierce than it is here in eastern Erebonia.
Why so? Aren't they technically on the same side? Why would the fighting be fierce there? I think they'd have the easiest time, quite frankly.
Correct. A large percentage of the Imperial Army's military strength still remains intact.
See, I get that, but in Duke Cayenne's area, I don't know about the High Arms. I will admit that. I don't know their area enough to say, well, hey, they shouldn't have people there. But at the same time, I would have thought that they would have had an easier time of that general area.
But the Noble Alliance forces' constant attacks have put them at a disadvantage. On top of that, a number of townships in the region have been caught in the crossfire and suffered great losses.
That's terrible.
I'd heard as much, but it still pisses me off to hear it.
See, that's the unfortunate thing about war. No matter what, innocent people get dragged into the middle of it because someone's always gonna be a power-hungry creep.
With the 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions occupied on the eastern side of the country, one can only assume the Noble Alliance intends to use that as an opportunity to crush the forces in the west.
Yeah, but they're not stupid. I bet the army in the west is putting up a pretty good fight by themselves.
It's too early to call things just yet.
An astute assessment. The situation in the Western Theater could change at a moment's notice.
Right. That means we're uncertain what course to pursue now. And having said that, we have a question to pose to all of you. The question, really.
What are we going to do in all of this, I take it?
With the whole of the Empire caught in the throes of civil war, what exactly do all of you intend to do from here on out?
Us?
We were in the midst of discussing that when Rean was taken to the Pantagruel, in fact.
It sounded to me like everyone had their own agenda, but nobody quite knew how to voice things.
This is a full-on war, and our fellow Erebonian countrymen stand on both sides. No one here is delusional enough to think that a group of students like us are capable of stopping it by ourselves. Still, during our field studies, we found ourselves up against the problems this nation faces again and again. And because we have that experience, I believe there's a place for us to change things in all this. A part only we can play. We may not be able to compete head-on with the Alliance, but together, we can move things in the right direction for Erebonia as a whole.
That was wonderful, Rean.
You know, I bet you aced your, public speaking class.
Still, we aren't all gathered here for the same reasons. Be it rescuing Elise or settling things with Crow, we've all got something that we personally want to accomplish. But accomplishing those things won't be possible with the situation as it stands. And that's why, no matter how stacked the odds are against us, or how fierce the fighting becomes, we want to put everything we have into making all the difference we possibly can, in whatever way we can. I think I speak for everyone in Class VII when I say that.
You bet. I agree completely. We may all come from different walks of life, but this time, that can work for us.
Exactly. We have something no one else does, and because of that, we can do things no one else can.
And what kind of class would we be if we didn't take advantage of that to protect the people and things we love?
As well as find our own answers to the questions we have looming over us.
As Rean said, however big or small it is in the long run, we have a place in this war, and we have every intention of following it.
But see, while I get that, this has always been one kind of gripe I've had with the plot in this sense. They've mentioned before they don't want to take any one side. They don't want to fight for the Alliance, but they don't also want to fight for the Imperial Army. Now, you could technically say, well, they don't do that. They don't side with one side or the other. Their decisions kind of do lean more towards the Imperial Army's side of this war. So they're not in as much as, not as impartial, that they think they are. At least that was the impression I got.
Sounds like it'll be a pain, though.
I mean, I get Eustace and Laura being a bit on the edge because being nobles and whatnot. The same for Rean too, but he never technically considered himself among their number. I understand their hesitation, but still, they made the decisions to more or less say, I want to fight to end the war. And again, a lot of those decisions really aligned in the Imperial Army's favor.
No biggie. We're Class 7. Throw in a few of Rean's trademark speeches and we're raring to go.
Yep, even Milliam sees it.
Look at you kids.
You all sound like you've really thought long and hard about this.
That's the Class 7 I'm proud to serve.
I don't know if anyone else ever got that impression, but that was what I got out of it.
And you guys aren't the only ones who feel that way. Everyone at Thor's has something to bring to the table. Remember the Academy's motto? Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was what Principal Van Dyke said to us at the welcoming ceremony.
The words of Dreikel's the Lionheart serve to inspire us to this day, it would seem.
Of course. They ring as true as ever.
It's like you didn't even have to think about it. You guys just knew.
Yeah, you should be proud of yourselves. And it's true that Thor students are scattered all over the country right now. But I'm sure that each and every one of them are fighting too, and they feel the exact same way that you guys do.
I understand, Your Highness.
Indeed. I figured you would have already given it some thought, but I wasn't expecting such a stirring conviction. But I think this at least settles the matter of what course to take. If you would do the honors, Captain.
As you wish. We're about to do something neither side would ever expect us to do. We're going to entrust this ship to you.
Well, that's a mighty big thing to be doing.
From here on out, the Courageous is yours to command as you see fit.
What? What?
I just love Elliot's guttural scream like, what? No!
Father, would you mind elaborating?
I love how Even Laura's like, have you been smoking, Dad? Or what'd you get into?
It means exactly what it sounds like. The operation of this ship will be left entirely to your discretion. I imagine your journey to make a difference in this war needs a home base to begin from.
Well, yes, but...
But then what will you do?
We plan to disembark and make our way to the western provinces. Once there, we'll begin working with the 7th Armored Division and the other neutral forces in the region. The intention is to ensure that as few innocents as possible are harmed by this conflict.
I was actually worried this airship might prove a bit too conspicuous to aid us in pursuing that goal. But with us headed west, we'd be leaving all of eastern Erebonia in your hands.
So you're literally giving these kids a giant ship.
Wow.
I see. That does make the most logical sense.
Kinda. If we've got the courageous, we could give our third faction some real weight. Neither side could afford to ignore us.
I'm not even sure the guild could come up with a plan this wild.
I beg to differ.
Well, it's fair to say I've learned a lot from the way the guild's members handle things, yourself included. Oh, and Alphen?
Yes?
I'd like to ask you to remain on board the Courageous as well. This ship is technically the property of the Arner household, fathers in particular. It should give them a certain freedom to act if they have concrete backing from a member of the Imperial family.
No, I don't want to be with these fucks.
I'd be happy to. Henceforth, I, Princess Alphen Rice Armor, will guarantee the legitimacy of their actions. So do whatever you see fit to do. You have my full support.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Wow!
We are truly honored to have you with us.
No turning back now.
Yeah, seriously.
We hereby humbly accept custody of the courageous.
Cool. Who's the captain, though?
Please, leave Eastern Erebonia to us.
We'll be counting on you then.
I'm looking forward to toasting your future successes.
So what are we doing here at the Ebel Highway? Oh yeah, we're dropping them
I'm leaving
off,
you in charge of the Courageous's day-to-day operations. I don't doubt you'll make a fine acting captain.
Ah, yes, Toa becomes the captain. I don't think there could have been anyone better for the job, quite honestly.
It would be an honor.
Aw, you look cute, Toa. So, how do I look? Wow, it really does suit you. Yeah, the size is just right, too. Fortunately, I had a spare on hand that was a smaller size. That is quite fortunate. You're kind of like a cute mascot, like a human Mishi. Perhaps we should capitalize on this opportunity with an irresistible line of Captain Toa merchandise. I bet you there was when this game came out. That sounds like a wonderful idea. Oh, you two are terrible. Gotta say, the hat's a nice touch, Toa. It really suits you. Yep, You definitely look the part of a captain with it. I think things will be just fine here in our absence. Yeah, you guys won't be needing us around much longer. So you guys are taking off then? You'll be disembarking together with Father, yes? Yeah, it was nice to help out until you guys got back together again, but now that you are, there's no use in me sticking around. With the situation to the west what it is, I've decided to help out over there instead. I intend to return to the commanding the RMP. I believe that's what's best, or I believe that's the best way I can contribute to bringing this war to an end. We understand. Bye-bye, Claire. If you bump into Lecter somewhere, make sure you say hi for me. I'll be sure to do so. I have been entrusted with a number of research tasks by Chairman Irina. Or is it Iruna? As it so happens. So this is farewell for now. Wait, how did the chairman get a whole... You know what? I should not even bother asking. This is the chairman, after all. That doesn't sound shady at all. But, well, stay safe, alright? Whether you're a member of Ouroboros or not, it'll never change how our family's made. Oh my. I'm touched to hear you say so. Please, my lady, take care of yourself. Still, let's keep in touch, okay? I'm gonna keep gathering as much info as I can through the Guild's intelligence network. It's not like Erebonia is the only place where strange stuff's going on down now. True, I'm particularly concerned about what's happening over in Crossbell. Anyway, I'll leave that to you. Give my regard to Miles. You know it. Thanks for everything that you've done for us. I'm sure that we wouldn't have been able to come this far if not for your help. Hey, no need to get all stiff all of a sudden. You're embarrassing me. You may be working separately from now on, but I intend to do all I can to aid you in the future. Take care of everyone.
Master Rean, would you mind accepting this?
Huh?
It's a little something I've always kept with me. I hope it will be of some use to you.
Black virtue.
Thank you, Sharon. You're always taking care of us, you know that? I almost wish you could stay with us longer. I feel like I have so much more I could learn from you.
I would like to remain here and continue to serve you as well, you know. I wish you the very best in the days to come. I'm sure that if you try, you will find a place worthy of you in this world.
Thank you. I'll do what I can.
I also hope that you'll continue to care for Lady Elisa in more ways than one.
Sharon, stop!
We'll all take care of her while you're away, so don't worry.
Well then, it's time we bid you all a fond farewell for now. Chin up, Alphen. I'm counting on your charm to keep everyone motivated.
How great, from flirty brother to flirty sister.
May the goddess be with you.
I look forward to the stories you'll have to tell when next we meet, Laura.
Good luck, Father.
And now I have the ship in my total control.
Well, there they go. You think they'll be okay on their own?
Only the goddess herself knows for certain. Still, with some already calling this a second advent of the War of the Lions, I can only hope they make it through unscathed.
Oh, I'm sure they'll all be just fine. They don't bear the symbol of the horned lion for show.
Yes, I suppose you're right. And the same goes for me, too. I can't very well call myself a Thor's alumnus and fail to deliver.
Well, well, aren't we birds of a feather? Proud Thor's graduates unite.
Oh, charmin'.
I'll be in touch with them plenty in the coming weeks, so don't worry. The Old Guard will do as it must to keep watch over the young and vigilant. Speaking of the Old Guard, Chancellor Osborne was also a Thor's graduate, was he not?
Yes, he was.
Sorry to say, I can't picture it.
Was he now?
I still don't like that man.
He and I may have had our differences, but I still feel a certain loss with his passing. I'd like to express my condolences to you while I have the chance.
I'm afraid I never had the chance to truly get to know him. But there's no doubt in my mind that he was one of the greatest men of our time.
Thank you.
Still, it must be tough for you with Heimdall under the Alliance's thumb. Were you able to find out where his funeral was held?
Actually...
Actually, what, Claire?
Captain?
Is something amiss?
It's just that I received a strange report on that very issue. I was told his body was taken into the custody of the Imperial Guardsmen when the city was occupied. But then after that, it simply disappeared at some point.
It disappeared? How does a body disappear?
Disappeared, you say?
Is it possible the reformist faction could have taken it from them?
I'm afraid I don't know. It is possible that the Intelligence Division did something to that effect.
A disappearing corpse is certainly cause for concern.
A disappearing corpse such as so happens to be the passing counselor.
It's difficult not to draw parallels with the Lance Maiden's sudden death following the War of the Lions.
Unbelievable.
Oh, Ollie, you haven't seen an Unbelievable just yet.
I'm almost impressed how much trouble one man can stir up, even from beyond the grave. He had so many plots in motion. I doubt even his death put a stop to them all.
That's not foreboding at all. Tales of Cold Steel 2. The next day, hell was unearthed because the kids got a hold of the big giant ship. Not gonna lie, you know what I just thought of? This ship almost kind of looks like one of the ships in Skies of Arcadia, don't it?
Direction since entering Kreutzen provincial airspace.
Kreutzen.
We are currently cruising at a speed of 3,000 SPH.
Huh? I'm gonna assume that's just fast.
Nothing abnormal detected on the radar thus far.
Oh, Toa looks so cute.
Detour around the Twin Dragons Bridge, staying within the clouds. Take extra care that we aren't noticed by the Noble Alliance's surveillance.
Yes, ma'am.
Why are we going to the Twin Dragons?
Wow, she's a real natural at this.
Yeah, it's hard to believe she's only been in the position for a day.
Indeed. She has proved a worthy captain in Father's place.
This is Toa, guys. Are we honestly surprised?
As if anyone could fit the role better than our student council president.
She still looks like a mascot character, though.
Fee.
That's just one of her many charms.
Yeah, and besides, I can feel at ease knowing she's in charge. So, today's the day we start our journey anew, right?
Right. We settled what we'll be doing last night. Now all that remains is to do it.
Oh, so they had a discussion about this.
Well, Toa and George should be able to handle the day-to-day running of the ship, so that's out of the way. And whatever we decide, it's not like we're going to be able to do anything major today. Still, I think it's time we start hammering down exactly what we're going to be doing from tomorrow onward.
In theory, the Courageous gives us the ability to fly around the whole country with ease. But, in reality, the Noble Alliance has control over most of Erebonia, so we're limited in where we can actually go.
Does that include the skies? Why am I asking that? I already know the answer to that. Ignore that.
Yeah, We don't want to risk getting too close to Alliance territory. We'd run the risk of being captured, or even worse, being shot down.
Oh, that would suck.
It's sad to think how we barely have anywhere we can land with an amazing airship like this at our disposal.
Care to share your thoughts on this, instructor?
Oh, you kids can just do whatever you want.
I'll tell you later if I feel like answering.
I lost the will to put in any effort after Captain Classy got off.
What the? Really, Sarah? No effort at all? I can't say I'm surprised in the slightest.
You slacker.
You're the one to talk, Fee.
I'm pleased that you think so highly of my father, but
Maybe Laura can hook you up with a one-on-one lecture on the Arcade School of Sportsmanship, if you know what I'm saying.
Please, no, let's not.
I was kidding. In all seriousness, if you need more people fighting in whatever you end up doing, I'll be happy to help you out. Just don't forget that the Courageous was entrusted to you kids, not to me. If you want my advice, then you got it. But you need to be able to make all the important decisions on your own.
Of course.
You almost sound like an instructor for once.
I know, impressive, right?
Getting back to the matter at hand,
And I was like, we're gonna shut that shit up.
we don't need to decide everything right at this moment. What say you to figuring out how and what for now?
Come again?
I assume what would be our overall goal. Something realistic that we can all work together towards. And the how would be a basic idea on how we intend to achieve it.
Uh-huh. It's a little trick we use in the student council. It's easier to get motivated when you have a specific goal in mind.
You guys were doing the same kind of thing in the weeks before the Academy Festival, remember? The concert was what you were working toward, and all your other planning was how you intended to pull it off.
I see. Makes sense.
Gee, it's almost as if school prepared us for this.
We did spend a lot of time before and during the festival working out all the details, come to think of it.
Not to mention taking care of the things we couldn't plan, like the strange stuff at the old schoolhouse.
we were coordinating with all of the other classes and clubs at the same time, too.
When you break it down step by step, we did so much without even realizing it. And we may have our own personal goals right now, but if we can wrap those up into one overarching goal, it won't seem half as much.
How about making it something related to the Academy itself, then?
Now, I was thinking the exact same thing.
I wonder what's happening there.
The overall goal? To save Thor's
Toa,
Academy.
The Academy is currently under the Noble Alliance's control, right?
That's right. The staff and students who are there are doing what they can, but
As you know, during the attack, a lot of the students managed to flee Trista and are now scattered across the country.
Are we talking commoner students or...
Now, most of the upper class students chose to stick it out, though. They've got no reason to fear the Alliance, being nobles and all.
I was about to say.
All right, then. I think our what should be taking back the Academy.
That sounds good to me. The Courageous will serve as a good means of transport, but we'll need a proper base sooner or later.
Would the ship not count as that? I mean, look at it! It's gigantic!
But with it, we can get a better look at the current state of things in Erebonia and try to reach out to those who are in need.
Not to mention, if we use the Courageous as a base of operations, the enemy would have a hell of a lot harder time trying to pin us down versus if we had a movable object. You know, just saying.
And whatever information we learn along the way could bring us that much closer to liberating the Academy.
Can't see taking it back going that smoothly, though.
It's not going to be. I guarantee you, I bet you Crow and that big brain of his somehow figured out that's exactly what we would do. But then again, if we look at our past actions, I can't quite say it's really much of a shock.
no doubt. It's near the capital, so its defenses are gonna be rock solid.
That too.
Still, I like it. What goal is more worthy of us than reclaiming something we hold so dear?
Did anyone else who went to school ever hold that school dear? Because I sure as hell did not. But then again, I never liked school. I didn't like it because, as I've mentioned, I'm an outcast. Outcasts didn't have friends. Or if we did, we had other very bizarre and very strange friends. But my point is, still did not enjoy school. I mean, the closest thing I might have had was when I went to high school, because I did join the theater club. Not as an actor, mind you. I couldn't deal with that. But I was a stagehand.
Indeed. Regardless of personal motivations, I can't think of an objective more fitting to us as a group.
Still, if my school were in trouble, I'm not sure if I'd go through the efforts that these guys are going through just to save it.
And if we actually manage to achieve it, the sky's the limit for us.
I'm genuinely moved by your positivity.
Well, their optimism is probably their strongest point.
We were thinking of something along the same lines, in fact, so it works out.
What, did you guys have all a separate conversation?
And hey, if we all thought about it, what's to stop the others from thinking it too? So if you happen to bump into anyone who escaped from the academy, why not go and ask them to join us? I'm not saying it has to be your primary focus or anything, but the more people we have on our side, the better.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we'll be sure to keep an eye out.
We have about the bare minimum crew we need to fly at the moment, but it's not like this is their full-time job. I'm sure our current staff won't be here forever, so we're gonna need a few extra hands on board at some point. Ideally, we could have whoever's here now stick around long enough to train anyone we end up recruiting.
I know our numbers are small right now, but the more people we can get on our side, the higher chance we stand of making Trista and the Academy our home again. And I don't know about you, but I get this weird sense of satisfaction knowing that we students are gonna be the ones to do it.
I know the feeling, actually. Everything works for me.
I'd say that's our how decided, wouldn't you?
Agreed. To wrap all this up, we'll use the Courageous as our base, and as a way to get a good idea of the current state of things in Eastern Erebonia.
Okay, not gonna lie. With the way you guys were talking, and I'm pretty sure I somehow read this wrong, which would not be the first time, nor will it be the last. But the way you guys were discussing that, you made it sound as if Trista would be the base.
Along the way, we'll try to recruit as many fellow Thor students to help us out as we can, all for the sake of our primary goal, taking back Thor's military academy.
Well, I suppose what we need to decide next is where we should head for first. Yeah, we don't have many places we can go at the moment, but there's Legram, Ymir, the North Highlands. We're able to land at the 4th Armored Division's base too, right? Yeah, I asked Dad about that yesterday, and he's fine with it. Probably better for us to swing by all of them at once, really. Oh, almost forgot. Prince Olivert sent you a few requests to take care of. He did? Oh, joy. The details are all right behind you. Behind us. Oop, sorry. Smacking microphones. Oh, there's an orbital computer here. I've only ever really used one in class. No need to fear. Computer is here! Technology doesn't bite. Plus, it'll be easier in the long run for you to grab stuff from here. So go on, take a look. Sure. And thus it's begun. Oh, lucky us. These are made by the Epstein Foundation, so they're identical to the ones we use in class. There we go. Something's popped up. So this is how everything's displayed. The Intelligence Division has some of these too, I think. Oh. So... okay. Elder Irvin? Of the Highlands. And where's this one? Okay. Are these Vivi, Casper, Mint, Monica? I don't quite remember where they are. There's one from Nord, one from Legram, one from Gorella's Fortress, Proving Ground. Seems we got plenty of work in store for us all over the country. And how I wish it were my imagination, but I think I saw a depressingly familiar name on one of them as well. I'm kinda worried about the one Dad sent us. And I don't think we can ignore that unusual monster that's appeared in Nord either. Prince Oliver took the time to gather and send all of these to us himself. Wow, how did he manage to do that? He just left for Western Erebonia. Milliam, he could have planned all this yesterday. You don't expect him to somehow have foresight for this shit? He's a guy with plenty of connections, especially through the Bracer Guild. He said he's going to keep finding stuff like this that he thinks you can handle and send them your way. How many you end up doing is up to you, but I'd recommend taking care of the more urgent ones at least. Understood. I don't think any of us mind one bit. Indeed, it helps bring focus to our goal of touring the region and helping those in need. With that being said, I would assume checking the safety of our fellow Thor students is our top priority. I took the liberty of giving you that one myself. We're slowly getting information on where the other Thor stones could be. Anytime we find something, we'll update the computer. And who knows? Maybe they'll be willing to join us too. How convenient. I'm suddenly very grateful for those classes. Guess we'll be checking this thing pretty often. Well, I think that's almost everything. When you've decided where you want to go, first let me know, okay? Oh, and George is hard at work setting up an orbital factory in the ship's hold. So if you need any modifications made to your Arcus or any quartz, you can sort those out there. While you're at it, it's worth checking out the other facilities on board too. It's not much now while we're short on staff, but I'm sure any students you recruit will get creative with their space. Might as well. Still, do you guys mind if we figure out who's going to be making up our first active party when we disembark first? Actually, if we're doing that now, would you mind including me? I'd like to see the strange monster from the Highlands request myself. I don't mind at all. That sounds fair. I can come with if you need a hand too. You just let me know if I'm needed, okay? Thanks, instructor. Now let's see. So Rean is obviously an integral part, as is Gaius as of right now. The other person I feel is important is Emma. I still argue Fee. You... No, we'll bring Machias for a change. My party will always include Rean, Emma, Fee, and Laura. A little top-heavy in terms of, destroying things on sight. But that's okay. Okay, let's get going. Right. Let's go, go, go! Act 2, The Awakening Lines. I should probably do as the instructor recommends and tour the facilities on board at least once before disembarking. There's not much, but it'll be smart to see George in the ship's hold and pay Valimar a visit. Might be good to see Princess Alphen too. Yay! I have free roam now! Yay! That was an hour's worth of cutscenes. Good grief. Also, I just want to say this. I apologize for those who are here at stream for my dropped frames and going offline and then going live again. we are currently in the midst of a storm, so I'm getting like little flickers of power going out, so it's kind of disrupting everything. So I do apologize for that. Oh crap. Oh, excuse me. Good, it looks like... Awesome. It looks like everything that I had done to keep the, their equipment on has stayed, which is fantastic. Fee. Okay, evasion is still 100. Awesome. Alright, so what is our first task? Find diverse year, sub-team members. Ah, yes. So let's just explore a little. I mean, obviously, we've already seen this area. Thank you all for your hard work. I'll be expecting great things from all of you. Please do not crash the ship. For the love of all that is holy, do not crash the ship. How about we start from the bottom up? Oh? Nice. So this is where the Orbital Factory is. I could see myself coming here pretty often. George said he brought the Orbital bike on board from Ymir too. Maybe it's here? Either way, I want to thank him while I'm down here. This area of the Courageous contains an Orbital Factory. You know, the stuff that we'd been basically doing in the first game? Well, guess what? You're doing it again! Here, in the ship's hold! It's also the most spacious of the Courageous. So you can meet Valimar and the Orbital bike. You can... Wait, I can customize Valimar? Oh, you mean... Okay, I know what they mean. Never mind. Anybody else, when they first played this game and they finally got the option to do this, did anyone else get really giddy? Because this is the moment when the game truly opens up. I mean, you literally can go anywhere. There is no time limit. Well, there is. But you have more of a chance to go around and explore the area than you did before. And what's more, you could visit any place as multiple as you wanted. So as long as you... I think it closed off at a certain point. I don't know when. Let's talk to Valimar, though. Valimar! Valimar! Greetings, Awakener. Hi, Valimar. Hey, Valimar. I take it your mana's recovered a little now? Affirmative. It stands at 50% replenished. Yay! I see that a new power source has... Oh. I see a new power has awakened within you as well. I don't know if I'd call it new exactly. This power's always been within me. I just didn't understand what it was or why it was there. Technically speaking, I still don't know what it is or why it's there. I just have a better control over it, is what he means to say. But thanks to everyone's help, it finally feels like it's a part of me. If that makes any sense. Still, I need to keep practicing using it. I can't have a repeat of what happened aboard the Panther Girl. You appear to be aware of your own limitations. Much like how you learn to better synchronize with me through practice, humans must improve their specifications through similar means. I mean, I guess. You need only to work towards improvement to gain optimal proficiency for the battles to come. And share that chocolate bar you're eating. No, mine! I won't let you have it. The chocolate Hershey bar is mine. Huh. Greedy bastard. Yeah, I suppose you're right. I can't help that our user is a piece of shit and that, you know, she's not sharing her stuff, but okay. Can't help but feel that one day this power will be useful to me as an awakener, too. I won't be able to use it all the time, but I'll do what I can to get better at making use of it. I look forward to it. Yay! Yeah, we know all about this. It's basically what we could do aboard the Panther. I'm just saving now because in the event that I lose power, at least we won't have to go through all of that again. And even if I did, I would have done it on my own time, so you guys wouldn't have to be subjected to that nonsense. Okay, this is a separate room. Hi, George! Hey, George. Everything doing okay here? Yeah, your herbal factory is all ready for use. So, if you need any work done to your ordnance, don't hesitate to let me know. Thanks. I'm sure we'll be taking you up on that offer very soon. By the way, you're the one who brought the orbital bike on board, right? Also, no, we will not be, in fact, using your shit. At least I don't think we will be. Guilty as charged. I figured it'd come in handy at some point. It was still in good condition thanks to Eustace, but I did make a few modifications to it. Modifications? Like what? Oh, I changed a few parts so that they'll be suited to riding off the road. Oh, okay. So now you should be able to ride on rougher terrain. Feel free to take it for a spin anytime. We can ride whenever we want? Really? Really. Even if it were to break down or something, it wouldn't be hard to come and collect it with the courageous. So go ahead and have fun riding it around. Thanks. I've got a feeling it will come in handy. And to be honest, just the thought of getting to ride it all around, all over the country, gets me excited. Angelica would be proud. Oh, just one thing. About that sidecar we added to it. It was roughed up pretty badly during the attack on the Academy. Sorry. I can fix it for sure, but it's gonna cost a lot of Mira to buy all the materials. So you'll have to go without it for a while. At least until we have the funds to repair it anyway. What if I have the funds though, George? That's a shame. It is, but what can you do? Oh, one other thing about the bike. What would you say to giving it a brand new paint job? Paint job? Yeah, I saw this special feature in Automatic magazine about painting those recently. I thought it might be kind of fun to give it a shot ourselves, you know? We've got the perfect test subject. I can easily set up a station over there. Why not give it a go if you're interested? I see. That does sound interesting. Yeah, I'll give it a shot once you're all set up. Sounds fun. Yay! I don't quite remember if I ever used the bike. I mean, it's cool in theory, but I don't think I ever had to because I was always like, I always went to places to explore one time, and then I left and I wouldn't go back. So I really had no use before going back to an area and using the bike. Now, the only place I can think of where this could be the most useful is the Nord Highlands. You can also now customize. Yee! Oh, so I could buy it. I can afford that. I'm sure I'll buy that. See? I don't know why I want the sidecar. Did you add it or no? Ooh. Ooh, that looks nice. Windy color. I kind of like that though. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. Oh, yes, I love it. This is it. Now this is a hot ride. Pun not intended. Valimar, can I customize you? It will remain on standby here. Call my name should you require my assistance. Only by devoting yourself to polishing your latent abilities will you improve Awakener. Become strong and you will claim victory when you next cross paths with the Azure Knight. Okay. I guess that's a negative then, buddy. I'll paint you pink when I have the second there, Valimar. You're not safe from my clutches, no matter what you think. Alright, now let's go to the kitchen. Ooh. So this must be like the hangout area and the shop area. I know it's hidden, I've already forgotten. There's a ton of stuff on this floor. Should probably take a look around and see what's on offer. Kitchen and infirmary. Well, these facilities are currently a little, shall we say, limited. More will become available as you continue to recruit students. Vantage Master. Oh. Blade. I'm thinking ahead of the next game. Never mind. Oh, wow. Hi, Fee. Hi, Milliam. Well, Milliam seems happy. This ship's so fancy. There's so much to see, I can't even decide where to start. I mean, I would, if this thing had a chef. I was hoping for some tasty grub. Well, we're flying with a skeleton crew right now. Chefs aren't exactly essential on a ship compared to, say, engineers. But that's why we need to get to work on recruiting students. The more we get, the better the courageous. Makes sense when you put it like that. Makes me kinda jealous of the nobles, though. I bet the Pentagruel's got some real top-class chefs on board. They gave you some super fancy food when they took you aboard, right? How was it? It's not like I could really enjoy it that much, given the whole hostage thing. Oh, I guess it couldn't hurt to ask. Have you ever heard of something called the Black Workshop before? Huh? Hold on. Who told you about it? I figured she might know. The Altina girl mentioned it to me. She said it's the place she belongs to. She also said they loaned her to the Alliance. Just what kind of place loans someone else a girl? How much can I say here? Is the confidential info in their intelligence division file enough? Milliam, you're not making sense. She exists. Hello, Selby! That sounds like stuff you shouldn't be telling me. But sure? Well, we don't know where it is or anything, but it's a really unique arms workshop. They make weapons to order, but one thing they have in common is that they're all super powerful and super hard to use. You know, for terrorists, high-level Jaegers, customers like that. That huge rifle Crow used to shoot Gramps was probably made there too. Really? You think? I guess I could see that? Well, it was designed to hit a target over 3,000 arc away without pinpoint accuracy. That's pretty nuts. Jesus! Clara says it's the same one he used when he faked his own death back at the mine too. But if they did make it, I wonder if that means they're allied with the Alliance. That's a lot to take in. Oh, you're not kidding. But why would a girl like Altina be affiliated with a place like that? Then there's that Qualm Soleus of hers that's basically her personal Ari Getlum. And we making the connection now, Rean. Wait a second. Does the Black Shirkhawk, does the Black Workshop make combat shells or something? What about Ari Getlum, for that matter? Ding, ding, ding. Gramps used to do business with them through the intelligence division from what I hear. But about a year ago, I guess all contact with them just stopped. Lecter was trying to find out where the actual workshop was for a while, but he didn't have any luck. Is that so? Still, I bet you we're gonna run into that girl and her see me sooner or later. The Black Shirkhawk, that's the big one, right? Yes, it is! It's massive! I'm getting a kind of rival vibe from them, you know? Me and Lammy have got to keep up with our training so we can beat them. We're gonna do 1,000 arm swings a day and 1,000,000 push-ups. And we're gonna be so buff, you won't even know what hit you. Just be sure to do those arm swings on the deck and away from people so you don't hit anyone. Now that I know about the workshop, though, it's more mysterious than ever. We might need to add them to our foes to watch out for list right under Ouroboros. Oh, you are not kidding, Rean. There's some to definitely be watching out for, that's for sure. This ship's got everything we could ever want, but how's it compared to the Pantagruel? Well, the Pantagruel is bigger and more luxurious, but the Courageous matches it step for step in terms of facilities, and it's more mobile. Got a cooler sounding name too. Just had to throw that one in there, eh, Rean? Thought so. And there's still room to add more. Oh, that reminds me. I had a chance to sit down and talk and chat with those 2 Zephyr members while I was aboard. They weren't exactly in the chattiest of moods, of course, but it was pretty clear that they started thinking about you. Well, that's nice. But you're my family now, and that's what's important. I'll find out what they're after if I have to do it myself. You don't. We're all in this together, and we'll help you get your answers. Yeah, we'll blow the whole bloody ship apart. Hi, Machias. All the ship's operating manuals are in here, and shockingly, are relatively easy to understand. In fact, the biggest hurdle to reading them is extracting all of the other books that have been jammed in here? Excuse me? What do you mean by that, Machias? Are you not the nerd? How is that a problem for you? I think we can blame that on Prince Oh, you mean as if they're not organized? We can blame that on Prince Olivert. It doesn't really strike me as particularly organized. Given the state of the game room across the hallway, I'd say that's sugarcoating it. Maybe that's for the best. I was pretty nervous when I heard we'd be looking after a military ship. But after seeing the state of the prince left it in, the pressure's off. Oh, come now! You should have expected this much. He's not gonna actually take that seriously. Yeah, maybe this was all deliberate. Like he's sending us a message that's saying it's okay to relax and unwind sometimes. Yeah, we obviously need to take our work seriously. But if he doesn't see any harm in taking a break, then neither do I. Well, you know, you can bash your head against the wall repeatedly, but sooner or later that's not going to work. So, yeah, I think it's safe to say rest is required. And by the way, you said across the way. It's not across the way. It's completely... Also, it's a mess, he says. It looks fucking clean. The fuck you talking about, bro? It looks clean to me. Oh, look. It's Mr. Do It himself. Guess you're too cool to care about the potential risks of kicking your support out of the core, huh? Talk about holding a grudge. Hey, I'm sorry. Really, I am. Really, Celine? You want to talk about kicking somebody? How about we talk about when you kicked me away from my friends and sent me all the way to fucking Ymir? Do we really want to sit down and discuss that? You better be. Just make sure it doesn't happen again, you hear me? Or else I'll fucking claw your face off. You're the one who kicked me away from my friend Celine in the first place. That's beside the point. No, it is not. Sure, Emma's got most of my attention now, but when you're fighting in Valimar, I'm your support. Nobody else. Me, and me. God damn, she's cleaning. I need to see just what you two are capable of, so don't count me out yet. I can live with that. Well, make sure you don't start getting ahead of yourself. Make up your goddamn mind, Celine. No! Cat's fucking Tsundere. I heard you two talking. You two are idiots. That's exactly what she's thinking right now. Yeah, she's just clapping her hands and saying, "Ah, isn't this adorable? They're bonding." What a well-stocked infirmary. All of the usual essentials are like medicine, like medicine and bandages are here in ample supply. That's good to know. As much as I hate to say it, we'll probably end up needing all of that. After all, we're dealing with a war here. Even I'm not optimistic enough to think none of us will get hurt. That's true. Hopefully we'll be able to avoid losing anyone, even ignoring the tragedy of it. Emma, holy fuck, that's dark. A loss like that would make taking on Crow and Vita nearly impossible. Emma, are you looking for a reason to kill someone off? Yeah, you're right. There's another good reason to stay alive. You know, so I can kiss and make out, hang out with, Crow. Totally nothing, you know, suspicious or anything. Oh, that was like the kitchen and shit. So this is like where the shops will go. My ship! My ship! This whole thing is my ship! Too bad I can't customize the interior, but that would have been so fucking cool. You can access the front and rear decks from this floor, and it's where all the shops are. I'll probably see a lot of this place. Not as often as you think, Rean. Not as often. Bam ba da bam 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 bam. Ellie and I have been talking about what we should do now that we have this ship. Making sure everyone from Thor's is alive and well should definitely be one of our top priorities, if you ask me. I think it'd be helpful to have the entire lacrosse club on board, but the other students probably wouldn't hurt. God damn, Alyssa, thinking of yourself much lately? What about the tennis club? What about the planting club? What about the swimming, you know? Everybody that's not in the lacrosse club? The more the better in my book. We'll need as many able bodies as possible when it's time to take back Thor's, too. So let's get everyone we can. Yeah. Sorry, my mother just got herself a new phone and I'm being a punk and I'm spamming her with a bunch of crap. Hey Elliot, doing some violin maintenance, I see. I actually did not notice that till you said something, Rean. Yeah, probably seems kind of strange, huh? No. I would have thought so too, but Prince Oliver changed my mind with a few choice words of encouragement. He said, war or no war, the power of music never weakens. If the path of a musician is truly what you aspire to, then even the way you fight should reflect that and be your own. That makes a lot of sense coming from Prince Oliver, too. He plays the lute, doesn't he? That's right. He's performed all over the country and even outside of it. I'm not exactly sure what he means about finding my own way to fight, but I'm going to try and figure that out. Maybe if I just keep fighting myself, punching himself in the corner of the room. Bam, 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 bam. Ah! If I keep fighting while staying true to myself, the answer will come to me. I sure hope it does. I hope so too, Elliot. Can I not? Yeah. Boarding gate. You'd think I'd know what that means. That means that's the door to get out of the damn ship. Ah! Birdie! Hi! Oh my god, is that your pet? He's adorable. Whoa! Is that the hawk that saved us back in Nord? G'day. His name's Zio, and he's a good friend of mine. He flew all the way here just to spend some time with us. Oh, he's adorable! I don't speak Hawk, but I guess he's saying he's happy we're all back together again. You think so? Thanks, Zio. My people revere hawks as sacred birds, so I think his being here is a sign that the ship has the wind's blessing. Okay. What about any other bird? You know, they also can fly. They've got wings. Why are the hawks the only special sacred birds? The skies may be vast, but the wind's looking after us. But with the wind looking after us, we should be able to fly with ease. Then I'm even happier to have Zio here, Zero. I'm gonna do that to him a couple times. I'm gonna flat out call him Zero, and I'm not even gonna realize it. I only realized it that time because I knew it was gonna happen. Yeah, nothing there. Yeah, so these floors are all, well, floors. These are all closed until we can kind of get our shit together here. No, I didn't mean to hit the guy! No, stop talking to him. Stop talking to him. Stop talking to yourself. Alright, well, I'm not seeing anything here. Might as well take some money. It's best to have that available to me in the event that, you know, I'm in I have need of immediate cash. Wait. I went the front. I should go out through the back, too. Oh, there's nobody here. I thought there would be somebody there. Okay, I guess not. So there was no point going to the rear. Comfort's training room. Ding ding! Rean has arrived! Ding ding! Rean has arrived. This floor has the conference room and the royal room. The latter is exclusively for Princess Alphen, obviously, but I bet we'll be using the former quite a bit. Number of use of baby. Contains a royal room, which is the name suggests is design. Built to train in close combat, ranged combat, and arts. Can't be used immediately, but in due time you'll be able to. Now... Hi, Laura! I certainly didn't expect the ship to be equipped with training facilities. I've been told that we're welcome to them should the urge strike us. However, the door is to remain closed when not in use. I can't imagine given a more perfect set of wings. It's going to be difficult to repay Father and Prince Elivert for such an incredible gift. That's true, but we know where to start. There's a lot we can do to better people's lives now that we can take on the air. Or take to the air. Indeed, between our swords and our ship, I'm certain we can make a difference, and together we shall do so. Yeah! We're gonna kick butt and take names. And chew bubblegum. You know, all that cliche crap. And did I already go in this room? I don't think I did. Ah, useless. I take it my brother had already left the pantry by the time we arrived. To be perfectly honest, I breathed a sigh of relief when he didn't come out to meet us. No, your brother's a dick. After all, now that I see the gap between the two of us more starkly than ever, we wouldn't stand a chance as we were. Useless? I've never seen him this completely drained of his confidence. Having this ship in our possession is like having a sword dangled over our heads. The day will come when we have to face him. We're nothing to him now, but if we use what time we have wisely, perhaps that won't be the case next time. We can beat him, don't lose hope. Yeah, we'll beat him. I'll beat him repeatedly with the back end of my sword. Maybe the front end too, if I'm feeling peckish. Hi, Alphen. Hello, Rean. Hello, Your Highness. What's that document you've got there? Oh, just a little formality I need to get through before we really get started. It's to show that control of the ship has been temporarily passed from our family to you. And that you've been given the legitimate right to use it. Or use as you see fit. Oh, right. Well, if you need my help to cross any T's or dots any I's, let me know. You've been gracious enough to join us on the ship, so the least I can do is help you out whenever you need it. Don't worry. Half of being a member of the Imperial family is paperwork anyway. I can handle it on my own. Besides, you've all helped me more than enough already. Come to think of it, I never did thank you for saving me from the pentacle, did I? Properly, I mean. Thank you very much, Rean. I truly never expected that you would be my knight in shining armor. Legitimate? Is that not how you say it? That's not something I need to be thanked for. Back in Ymir, I swore that I would rescue both you and Elise from the Alliance. I've completed half of that task, and now I've got to finish the job. I did too say legitimate! Then let me help you with rescuing her. I'll be keeping a close eye on you all the while to see if you're really Order of the Phoenix wins metal material? Huh? Did I walk into a Harry Potter book? Don't you fucking look so hard. Don't you fucking type so hard. What's this now? What the fuck's happening? Nothing, Rean. Nothing at all. It's a very exclusive honor that my family only awards every few years to people who are really deserving of it. There are 3 medals in all: charity, love, and strength, awarded to people who exemplify said virtues. It just so happens that, as a ship of the Imperial family, we have some of those medals on here. So I have them to give! That's remarkably convenient. So, if you demonstrate your worthiness of... Oh, son of a gun! My eyes are blurring and I'm having issues reading. Oh, this is a mix I don't want any part of. So, if you demonstrate your worthiness for any of these metals, I'd like to give them to you. God! In your case, I'm sure it's more of a matter of when than if. If. I don't know if I'd say that, and are you okay, Your Highness? No! I'm not! Still, it can't hurt to try to live up to those lofty expectations, and I will be taking my leave. Guess not. But medals or no medals, the most important thing to me right now is rescuing my hot sister who thinks we're dating material. And helping you reunite with your family too. Of course, weirdo. Order of the Phoenix wings. Isn't it Order of the Phoenix anyway for the fucking Harry Potter book? Get this Harry Potter bullshit out of my cold steel, goddammit! Whoop. Why do you have caged prison doors here? What the fuck? They're for the emergency. You know, in case we get weirdos inside? Oh, okay. So you lock yourself to your bedroom. Yes, I know, but I thought you might have something more to you. Oh, so I can't. Okay. I thought I had something, but clearly I did not. And why did my alerts not go off? I just saw this because it came on my email. But thank you, RollReady948 or 948 for the follow. I'm so sorry I did not mention it sooner. We're in this thing again, I guess, where my alerts decide that they do not feel like working. But thank you for the follow. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you. I blame the stupid alert system. Okay, so we've spoken to everything. Okay. Oh, is that what that is? Wait, where's this thing? EX orb customization. Where the fuck is that? Do I talk to you about that? Yeah, hi. Are you the guy I need to see for horrible things? Apparently, according to this guide, I can customize Valimar. I'd like to know how, please. Or am I just stupid and I can't access it right now? I'm gonna take a random shot in the dark and say I can't access it right now. So if and courageous quick draw. Oh my fucking god. There's so much. FGC required events. Head to meet Ymir. Well, apparently first I gotta head to the bridge. Alright. I think I've seen all the key onboard facilities now. Now all that's left is to tell Toa where we're going next. We're going to Ymir, according to my guide. I need to go there to grab shit. I know this, thank you, how to board the ship. And I know about that too. We've been through this before, game. I'm not stupid. I know what I'm doing. I'm not totally incapable of just smashing buttons till I figure it out. Okay. There's a number of second year store. Okay, cool. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Stop hitting the button! Choose a destination. Yeah, we need to head to Ymir.
Where do you want to go?
I told you I want to go. Oh, that's the ram. Okay. Well, I want to go to Ymir first.
Leave it to me.
I need to make sure I've gotten all this stuff. Clover and goods. Clover and goods. Clover! Bum, bum. Okay, okay. Okay, I don't have to get anything from Ymir then. That's essentially all I needed here. Okay, so... yeah. Oh! We got a cutscene every time? Do, 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 do.
Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna go to... Zender Gate.
Full speed ahead!
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, it's gonna be so nice going through, yeah, Ymir. It's gonna be so nice going through this area with the bike. Talk to Tank Officer Hoover, who's guarding the northwest door. You're Marsh. Are you Hoover? Oops. No. I take it... Are either one of you Hoover? Hoover? No. The way this guide made it sounded like it was outside. I'm getting nervous with that win. I'm probably going to be ending stream very soon because I don't trust my power to actually stay sturdy.